Hello and welcome to GalattaPlus. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Maniratnam's PS1, Ponniyin Selvan 1, which is based on Kalki Krishnamurthy's novel, and the film stars Karthi, Vikram, Jayam Ravi, Trisha, Aishwarya Rai, Jayam, and a whole bunch of others. Now, book adaptations are very strange beasts, and in my opinion, the only way to truly enjoy a movie based on a book is to forget the book. Now, of course, that's impossible because the book is already in your head and the book is imprinted in your memory. But what I mean by forget the book is simply this: forget the fact that you are going to get the exact book. One of my favorite book to movie adaptations is Guide, which became one of Dev Anand's biggest hits with great S.D. Burman songs, a brilliant and beautiful Wahida Rahman, and superb direction by Vijay Anand. But R.K. Narayan, the author of the original book, hated the movie. He hated the movie. He called the film a bastard offspring of my novel, but what he did not understand was that the film was not his novel. The film was not R.K. Narayan's Guide, but filmmaker Vijay Anand's version of R.K. Narayan's Guide. I recall this incident when Ponniyin Selvan finally got going after decades of various people trying to make it, and I think the author Kalki Krishnamurthy would have been quite happy with Maniratnam's version of Kalki's Ponniyin Selvan. The film transforms a book into an utterly gorgeous piece of cinema, and I'm not just talking about Ravi Varman's image after stunning image beginning with a fiery Vikram emerging from a mist. It's also the writing by Maniratnam, Ilango Kumaravel and B. J. Mohan. There's an early visual of the Pandya flag being sliced into two and one half flutters into the next bit of narrative. That's the spirit of Ponniyin Selvan Part 1. The book has been slashed and pages and images flutter across from one bit of exposition to another. Take the character of the boatwoman Pungarali, played by Aishwarya Lakshmi. Kalki introduces her during sunset as she sings a song that is so sweet that nature stands still. The song in the film, written by Shiva Anand, is not the same song that Pungarali sings in the book, but it begins with the same word, Alaikadal, and A.R. Rahman's tune perfectly captures what Kalki calls the Inba Vedane, or the sweet sorrow in Pungarli's voice. Now, we don't see other things from the book. We don't see Pungarli rescuing Vandyadevan from quicksand. We don't see her think that his face looks like an owl, which annoys his vanity. We don't see him telling her father about his wanting to be ferried across the ocean to Sri Lanka. We don't witness their subsequent fight on the boat and her jumping into the sea to save him. But the image we get gives a sense of all of this. We see her emerge from the sea like a mermaid, and he is already on the boat, having already confessed in an earlier scene that he is afraid of water. That's what I mean by essence. In a way, we are talking about Maniratnam's approach in Chekkachevandavanam, where characters and situations were thrust upon us with intensity and severe economy. Now, that film did not work for me at all, but here this highlights reel approach works beautifully. The playful scene where Karthi meets Jairam, the intense conversation between Trisha and Vikram, the tragic tears that well up in Aishwarya Rai Bachchan's eye when she hears the name of a former lover. A following scene between her and Karthi where we see her manipulative side. The scene where Jayachitra reminds Rahman of his duty. The flirtatious scene between Trisha and Karthi, the seductive scene between Aishwarya and Sarath Kumar, the non-verbal catfights between Aishwarya and Trisha, the boys will be boys scene where Karthi and Jayam Ravi meet, the scene with Trisha's hilarious political move which shows that the men may be straight-on schemers, but it's the women who are the devious schemers, and they drive this story with their agenda. In other words, every character has a strong scene or three where their essence is established. One part of me wished for a 10-hour movie, but given 2 hours and 45 minutes, there really is no other way to tell the story on screen, and the big plus is seeing Maniratnam, the director, in glorious form with his fantastic technical team. Tota Tarani handles the production design, Shrikar Prasad is the editor, and cinematographer Ravi Varman fills the screen with color, from the blue of the seas to the browns of the land, from the monochromed dark pink interiors of a queen's chamber to the all-out rainbow colors of Rachasamamane. This is the film filled with constant movement. It's either the chases or the battles or the never-ending mind games that keep coiling around the narrative like a slimy snake. Could the A.R. Rahman songs have been axed completely to make way for more narrative? I love the segue from Vikram's emotional revelation to the drunken revelry of Chora Chora. I love that a long comic chase involving Karthi segues to the playful Rachasamamani. But given the choice, I would have liked the songs to have been replaced by more interaction between the characters, or maybe more time for the action scenes to play out. Right now, they seem like truncated versions of longer action blocks, but then that's why we have the books. Besides, this story of political intrigue is remarkably reminiscent of the present day, where political groups get together, band together, and split as it suits them. So, not much exposition is actually needed. Except for the costumes and the language, this is a very contemporary narrative about an ailing king, Sundarachola, played by Prakash Raj, and his 3 children. Again, do we have shades of Chekkachevadanam? Instead of trying to dazzle us with epicness, Maniratnam goes all out real. There are no masked dialogues, the jokes are casually tossed off, the verbal confrontations are delivered in even tones, and even the fights aren't staged as spectacles for the sake of spectacle. Some of them are like the delightfully simple sword fights that we saw in the MGR movies, and all the actors are fantastic, especially Vikram, Aishwarya, Trisha, and Karthi, though Jayam probably steals the show in an author-backed comic role that has sly shades too. If Karthi and Jayam give big performances because their roles are such, they are balanced by the wonderfully minimalistic work by the others. Jayam Ravi uses so little to convey so much, and it's really tough to portray a good guy on screen without making him seem boring. And the end reveal of a famous minor character in the book is awesome. This character-driven first part perfectly sets the stage for the second installment, which can now hit the ground running. Apart from showing how a huge novel can be convincingly condensed, that is this film's biggest achievement. And that's it about Ponniyin Selvan Part 1. If you like this review, do subscribe to Galatta Plus and see you soon at the movies.